I want to ask you now about the main treatment you had. I think in your case it was surgery. So what surgery did they recommend and then did you undergo?
Yeah, I had to have a total hysterectomy. So I've had the uterus removed and I've had both of my ovaries removed and both of my tubes removed. And this was actually done with keyhole surgery. But I was warned beforehand that I may have to have the total cut if they weren't able to remove the organs through keyhole surgery. But I was lucky enough to be able to have the keyhole surgery.
Okay, so they were able to do the keyhole surgery, so that probably meant a more rapid recovery?
Yeah, I mean, I think from wound, I mean, I literally had I just had three little cuts
holes,
there.
yeah.
I didn't have the whole...
What was your initial memory of waking up after the surgery? Do you remember that time now?
Yeah, I was just completely disorientated, really.
Yeah.
And but I was quite lucky. I was expecting to be having a morphine pump, but I was actually only on paracetamol. So
Really? That's all you needed?
Yeah, that was all.
Oh, that's remarkable.
Yeah, so I literally just had paracetamol, and they literally had. I think you had a lot of packing, internal and sort of vaginal packing, and I had a catheter as well. And that was removed at midnight. I had it on a Saturday and it was removed at midnight on the Saturday. So literally I had to get out of bed the next morning.
How long did they keep you in then?
I went in on the Saturday morning and I was told I could go home on the Sunday afternoon, but I actually said I'm not going home because I think my family will be expecting me to cook Sunday lunch if I get home then. So I actually went home on the Monday morning, but yeah, I could have gone home on the middle of the Sunday afternoon.
How quick was your recovery after that discharge home?
A lot longer than I actually thought. I found I was extremely tired. I was mobile, I could get about, but I think my abiding memory is I've always been active, always been fit, and if I do get any illness, even a flu, I can be ill on a Monday and I'll be back by Friday. But I think my abiding memory is I had to go and have a lie down for an hour and a half after getting out of bed, going to the loo, walking downstairs and eating my breakfast. It was absolutely, I've never known sort of tiredness like it.
Was that the effect of the surgery, do you believe?
I think it possibly was at that stage, and I do remember not being able to. I didn't leave the house for a month. I was able to walk about, but just walk about at the house. And I can remember the energy it took eventually after 4 weeks just to be able to walk to the end of the street. Yeah, I did think I'd be back at work within 6 or 8 weeks. I thought I'd be just back and I'd get over it. And
whereas it took how long?
I actually didn't get back to work, and I was actually off for 6.5 months in the end. Yeah, it took me quite a while. I did decide to take the summer off, and I decided to give myself time to recover. And I've been back at work for a year now, and apart from a couple of water infections, I've had some quite nasty water infections. I've actually been really well, and I think having taken that time, I think it aided your recovery, and I've been able to get back to work.
Do you think you should have been given more help or advice during that recovery and then rehabilitation period? Were you given any pointers as to what to do, or were you left to your own devices?
I actually felt. Yeah, I felt I was discharged into the care of my GP, and I mean, I actually thought I would possibly have. Well, I expected to have a district nurse. I mean, I've been told it was major surgery, and I expected to have a district nurse, even just popping round for 5 minutes for perhaps the first 2 or 3 weeks, and I actually didn't have any. I didn't have anybody at all. I was sent out with 3 plasters. I had to change my own sort of wounds and everything, and I actually felt if I'd have had that extra care, I did feel, I think my recovery would have possibly been a bit quicker.
But it sounds to me like you were pushing yourself quite a bit to do a little bit more each day.
Yeah, I mean, I did feel, I certainly think it was the walking. I just felt each day, I did feel it was sort of part of my recovery and part of my therapy. So I didn't leave the house for 4 weeks, but after that, I made sure that I went out every day, and each day I sort of did a bit more. And I did find that there were friends who would come out and they'd take me for a walk, and because at first I remember being quite, I wouldn't even cross the road because I couldn't, I just felt, I just couldn't sort of, I wasn't aware of